So music is the auditory room. It's a space. It's a reality. And music is very, very crucial. It's really crucial. So I always feel that it's not just a random thing, and it isn't all just how it sounds. So there are deep and long contemplative musical traditions that know this. You know, I think of Indian classical music and Middle Eastern classical music, you know, especially Persian music, where the music is, it isn't there to entertain you. It's actually there to entrain the listener into deep mystical states. So initially, when I was first training in Sufism, that was very apparent. That's exactly what Adnan used. And I, in my own teaching, do use a lot of Persian music. I do use a lot of Indian classical music. However, I also know what is going on there. And I have, over time, been able to put together some types of Western music to do the same thing. So for the purpose of spending time evolutionarily within the body, there is the necessity of having a spacious kind of music, which doesn't mean necessarily always slow at all. It doesn't mean unrhythmic. Something, what creates a spaciousness, I think, in very technical terms, is having enough repetition that you don't have to keep track of the music, having changes that don't like shock you all the time, you know, that evolve gradually. There is, of course, in Eastern music, a great sensitivity to what they call the harmonic overtones series. So the maqams, or the scales that are used, are structured using this harmonic overtone series. And I'm not going to get into this because you really should have a musician explain this, but we're all very sensitive to it. The music actually enters your body rather easily because it understands this, understands the harmonics. And this feeling is, it's easy on the ears, but it's also easy on the cells. So for me, I'm aware that this is the function of the music, that it actually has to feel right in the body and not just sound good. It can't just make me happy emotionally. It has to do more than that. So when I'm bringing music to a class, I've test driven it in my own practice a lot. And it isn't, I mean, sometimes it's about having variation and excitement, but most of the time it's more about having this music that is a very rich field, that is a kind of container. I mean, really, if you have your eyes closed and you're moving, that is what you're doing. You're hearing. But you're not just hearing with your ears, you're actually hearing with your cells as well. But let me give some ideas. Yeah, Persian classical music I definitely use. I use a lot of new music that I'm not sure what you would call the genre, but, you know, Poppy Ackroyd and Ludovico Einaudi. I know how to say his name very well. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying to give some flavors as to what that would be, but different things. I use a lot of Middle Eastern music as well. Wow, some of which is definitely better than it sounds. You can go right out there in the ether. So there's an idea. It's a deep piece of it for sure.